everyone, and welcome back to English Conversation Zone, where learning English is easy and fun. I am Rose.
Hello, Rose, and hello to all of our listeners. It is good to be back today.
It's great to have you back, Jake. How are you doing?
I am feeling wonderful.
That is great to hear. So, Jake, are you ready for today's topic?
I am very ready. What are we talking about today?
Today, we are going to learn how to introduce yourself and share information about who you are.
Oh, this is such an important topic for learners.
It really is. When you meet someone new at work, at a cafe, or even online, people often want to know more about you.
Exactly. And sometimes we feel nervous because we do not know what to say.
That is so true. But after today, you will feel much more comfortable.
I love that. So where should we begin?
Let us start with the most basic information, your name.
Okay, so if someone asks me, I can say, my name is Jake.
Perfect. And I can say, my name is Rose.
Very simple. But Rose, sometimes people say it in different ways, right?
Yes, you can also say, I am Jake, or you can say, you can call me Jake.
That is really useful. So we have three options.
Exactly. My name is Rose. I am Rose. You can call me Rose.
All three are correct and natural.
Yes. Now let us talk about where you spend your time.
You mean where someone lives?
Yes, this is another common question people ask.
Okay, so I can say, I live in a quiet neighborhood.
That sounds nice. I live in a busy area near the city center.
So we're using the phrase, I live in.
Exactly. I live in, and then you add the place.
What if someone wants to talk about their home?
Great question. You can say, I live in an apartment, or I live in a house.
So, I live in a small apartment on the third floor.
Perfect example. And I live in a cozy house with a little garden.
Cozy. I like that word. It means comfortable and warm.
Yes, it is a very nice word to describe a home.
Now, what about talking about what we do every day?
You mean our work or studies?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so you can say, I work as, and then your job.
For example, I work as a teacher.
Great. And if you are studying, you can say, I am a student.
Or you can be more specific. I study business at university.
That is very clear. Now let me ask you something, Jake. What do you enjoy doing when you have free time?
Oh, I love this question. I enjoy reading books and going for long walks.
That sounds very relaxing.
It is. What about you, Rose?
I enjoy cooking new recipes and listening to music.
So we're using the phrase, I enjoy, and then the activity.
Exactly. I enjoy cooking, I enjoy reading, I enjoy walking.
This is a very natural way to talk about hobbies.
It is, and people love to hear about hobbies because it helps them understand you better.
That is true. Now let's practice a full conversation.
Good idea. Imagine we just met at a coffee shop.
Okay, I'll start. Hi, I don't think we have met before. My name is Jake.
Hi, Jake. Nice to meet you. I'm Rose.
Nice to meet you too, Rose. Do you come to this coffee shop often?
Yes, I do. I live nearby. I come here every morning before work.
Oh, that is nice. What do you do for work?
I work as a designer. I create websites for small businesses. What about you?
I'm a teacher. I teach English to students from different countries.
That sounds really interesting.
Thank you. I really enjoy it. So, Rose, what do you like to do outside of work?
I enjoy painting and trying new restaurants with my friends. How about you?
I love hiking and watching movies. Actually, I'm always looking for good movie recommendations.
Oh, I have so many recommendations. We should talk more about that.
I would love that. It was great meeting you, Rose.
You too, Jake. Have a wonderful day.
You too. See you around.
Okay, everyone. That was a natural conversation between two people meeting for the first time.
Yes, and notice how we shared information step by step.
We didn't say everything at once. We answered one question at a time.
Exactly. That's the key. Keep it simple and natural.
Now let's look at some really useful phrases you can use.
Great idea. Rose, can you give us the first phrase?
Sure. The first phrase is, I'm originally from.
Oh, this is good for talking about where you grew up.
Yes. For example, I'm originally from a small town, but now I live in a big city.
Perfect. So you're explaining your background and your current situation.
Exactly. What is the next phrase, Jake?
The next phrase is, I have been working as.
This shows your experience.
Yes, for example, I have been working as a nurse for 5 years.
That tells people you have experience in that job.
Exactly. Now here's another useful phrase. I'm really into.
Oh, I love this one. It means you really like something a lot.
Yes, for example, I'm really into photography. I take pictures every weekend.
That is so clear. People immediately understand your passion.
Another phrase is, I spend most of my time.
This is great for describing your daily life.
For example, I spend most of my time reading and learning new things.
Or, I spend most of my time with my family and friends.
Both are very natural. Now, let's talk about one more phrase.
Okay, what is it?
The phrase is, in my free time.
Oh yes, this is very common.
For example, in my free time, I like to play guitar.
Or, in my free time, I volunteer at the local community center.
These phrases make your English sound smooth and confident.
Now, let's practice some more examples together.
Sounds good. I'll start. Hi, my name is Jake. I work as a writer. In my free time, I'm really into traveling and trying different foods.
Great example. Now my turn. Hello, I'm Rose. I've been working as a photographer for 3 years. I spend most of my time exploring new places and meeting interesting people.
Beautiful. Very natural and friendly.
Thank you. Now let's talk about some common mistakes learners make.
Oh, this is important. What is the first mistake?
The first mistake is giving too much information too quickly.
Yes, sometimes learners try to say everything in one sentence.
For example, they might say, my name is Rose and I'm 25 years old and I live in an apartment and I work as a designer and I like painting and cooking and I have a cat.
That's too much. It sounds like one long speech.
Exactly. Instead, answer one question at a time and let the conversation flow naturally.
What is another common mistake?
Another mistake is using very formal language when you should be casual.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Some learners say, I am employed in the capacity of a financial analyst.
That sounds like a business document, not a conversation.
Exactly. It's better to say, I work as a financial analyst.
Much more natural and friendly.
Yes. Remember, we're having a conversation, not writing a formal letter.
What is the next mistake?
The next mistake is forgetting to show interest in the other person.
Oh, this is important. Conversations are not just about you.
Exactly. After you share something, you should ask the other person a question.
For example, I love going to the gym. What do you like to do for exercise?
Perfect. That keeps the conversation going both ways.
Yes, it shows you care about the other person too.
Another mistake is memorizing long sentences and saying them exactly the same way every time.
Yes, that sounds robotic and unnatural.
Instead, learn phrases and then change them based on the situation.
Exactly. Be flexible, be natural.
One more mistake is speaking too quietly or too fast when nervous.
Yes, if people cannot hear you or understand you, the conversation becomes difficult.
So remember to speak clearly, take your time, and breathe.
Great advice.
Now, let us do one more practice conversation. This time, imagine we are at a community event.
Okay, I will start. Hi there. I have not seen you at these events before. Are you new to the area?
Hi, yes, I just moved here 2 weeks ago. I'm still getting to know the neighborhood.
Welcome. I'm Jake. I've lived here for about 4 years now.
Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Rose.
Nice to meet you too, Rose. So what brought you to this area?
I got a new job at a tech company nearby, so I decided to move closer to work.
That makes sense. What do you do at the tech company?
I work as a software developer. I help build mobile applications.
That sounds really cool. I'm not very technical myself. I work at a bookstore downtown.
Oh, I love bookstores. I'm always looking for new books to read.
You should come by sometime. We have a great collection.
I definitely will. So, Jake, have you been to these community events before?
Yes, I come almost every month. They're a great way to meet people and learn about local activities.
That is exactly why I came today. I want to make some friends in the area.
Well, you're doing great so far. Everyone here is very friendly.
Thank you. That makes me feel welcome.
If you need any recommendations for restaurants or places to visit, just let me know.
I really appreciate that. Thank you, Jake.
Anytime, Rose. Enjoy the event.
You too.
Okay, everyone. That was another natural conversation.
Yes. And notice how we built the conversation step by step.
We started with a simple greeting, then shared basic information, and then went deeper into details.
Exactly. That is how real conversations work.
Now, let us quickly review everything we learned today.
Good idea. So first, we learned how to share your name.
You can say, my name is, or I am, or you can call me.
Then we learned how to talk about where you live.
Yes, I live in a house, I live in an apartment, I live in a quiet area.
We also learned how to talk about your work or studies.
I work as, or I am a student, or I study business.
Then we learned phrases for talking about hobbies.
I enjoy, I love, I'm really into, in my free time.
We practiced 2 complete conversations.
Yes, one at a coffee shop and one at a community event.
We also talked about common mistakes to avoid.
Do not give too much information at once. Do not use formal language in casual conversations. Do not forget to ask questions.
And remember to speak clearly and at a good pace.
All of these tips will help you feel confident when meeting new people.
Yes, the most important thing is to relax and be yourself.
Exactly. People want to get to know the real you, not a perfect version.
And remember, making mistakes is okay. It's part of learning.
That is such important advice. Every conversation is practice.
Yes, the more you practice, the easier it becomes.
So, everyone listening, we want you to practice today.
Yes, think about how you would introduce yourself to someone new.
What would you say about where you live, what you do, and what you enjoy?
Write it down or say it out loud.
You can even go to the comments and write a few sentences introducing yourself to us.
We would love to learn more about all of you.
Yes, tell us your name, what you do, and one thing you enjoy doing.
It can be very simple. For example, hi, I'm Maria. I work at a hospital. I enjoy dancing.
Perfect. Or, hello, my name is David. I am a student. I love playing video games.
See how easy that is? Just a few sentences.
And by writing it in English, you are practicing what we taught you today.
Exactly. This is real practice that will help you improve.
We are so excited to read your answers in English.
Yes, writing is great practice, and we love reading the answers from our listeners.
Thank you all so much for joining us today on English Conversation Zone.
We hope you learned something helpful and feel more confident now.
Remember, introducing yourself doesn't have to be scary or difficult.
Just be yourself, speak clearly, and show interest in others.
Practice these phrases and conversations, and you will do great.
We believe in you. Keep learning and keep practicing.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.